use an FTP client to access your website. So this is the FileZilla website. This is a FTP client that is compatible both with Windows and Mac and Linux. So this is a good choice. It's very stable. It's well known. So go ahead and download FileZilla if you don't have it. This is filezillaproject.org. I already have it installed, so I'm going to skip this step and open up FileZilla. And let's close that because now is not the time to be updating. Alright, so what you're going to be doing is logging into your website, which in my case is caitlinbrown.net. So your host is going to be ftp. Whatever your website is. So in my case, ftp.caitlinbrown.net. And then you're going to have a specific FTP username and password. If you don't know what this is, you can always go into your hosting service manually to the cPanel, which in my case would be GoDaddy. So I would go into my GoDaddy website and go to the file manager, or I'm sorry, not the file manager. You would go into cPanel for your hosting and then go to FTP users and look under there, and it'll have your FTP username and password and allow you to create new ones. So my username is kbrown04, and I'm not going to tell you what my password is. And port is going to be 21. So this is an error message saying that the server certificate is unknown, and I wouldn't worry about this if this is your own website, because you can probably trust that certificate. And if you want that to go away for your website, click Always Trust Certificate in Future Sessions. Alright, and here you'll see that your directory listing is successful. So in order to actually add to your website itself, you're going to want to go down to public HTML or www. They go to the same folder. So you go in through there, and that's where all your website data is, all the stuff that you see. So in this case, if I wanted to edit my index file, I could just drag it out to, well, I'm not actually sure where I am right here, somewhere. Alright, so I'm going to go over to something that's easy to find, which would be my desktop. So, desktop, and I can drag my index file over here to my desktop, and you'll see it appeared over here. So I can edit it that way. I can edit it locally, and you can open it with any text editor. That's, TextEdit if you're a Mac user. I forget what the equivalent is called on the Windows computer, but it's just your very basic text editor. Text Wrangler, though, is a very good alternative that has nice color coding for your files and all that, so it's very easy to use. And I don't actually want to edit this file because I like the way it looks right now, and I don't want to mess anything up. But if I did want to change something, you just go in here through your text editor and, make your changes. Be sure to save it. And then you can drag it back over into your www folder. And it'll ask if you want to overwrite it. If it's a newer file, that's what you should do. Unless you want to keep archives, in which case I would advise doing that locally, keeping it on a folder on your computer instead of keeping your archives on your server, because that'll just eat up space. Anyway, you would overwrite the file for the newer file to show, and it's that simple. That's how you FTP into your server and make changes to your website.
All right. Round 2 on 2.